All right. We back? Are we back?
I think we're back.
Are we back? Oh, hey, appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah,
Showing love.
baby.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Welcome back.
Welcome.
What happened there?
back.
I don't know what happened on that
back.
one. Let's get this thing back cracking again. Let's keep the conversation going as we got to talk about a potential PFF trade that puts the Chicago Bears in a interesting position if they want to keep the number 9 overall pick. There's some really good players that the Bears could go out there and get at number 9. There's some really good players that the Bears could go out there and bring in at 9. And so do you really want to move off of 9, or at least the ability to trade the 9th pick or some variation of that, right? And in this PFF scenario, they have us trading with the Houston Texans. They would get the 75th pick. The Bears would receive 86, 123, and 188. I think that this is an interesting deal because it allows you to do so much with 9. If you feel like the talent's too much there, you can still take it. You're still allowing yourself to add in some draft capital here. I think that there's a lot of good that you could do with a trade like this. What say you, chat? What say you to the Breeze crew in the building, man? Would you be open to trading that 3rd pick? You're moving back basically 9 spots, but you're adding more capital in the 4th round, and you're adding a 6th round pick.
I mean, yeah, this is what Ryan Post usually does, right? Is he doesn't really sit on his hands with few picks. He usually tries to expand the number of picks he has, even in a year like this. I like the names that I'm saying. That's really what I'm looking at, and it addresses all of the different areas of need. I'm not sure if the chat is able to see it, but we got Caleb, obviously. We got Rome at 9, and then Gabriel Murphy. That's your guy, Pat.
I'm high on Gabe Murphy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Leonard Taylor's a good defensive interior tackle. Then Cooper Beebe, we always talked about him in the later rounds. That's a good pickup in round 4 at guard. So it beefs up the offensive line. It beefs up the defensive line. Then we get our special talent at wide receiver and quarterback. So all areas covered.
Yeah, I'm definitely not mad at this. I definitely like the Gabriel Murphy pick, and the Cooper Beebe pick is the one that's been popping up a ton. And listen,
he's been rising on a lot of draft boards.
Yeah, definitely been rising. It hits all the needs that the Bears currently need right now, and on top of that, I don't think you're giving up much. It's like you said, they're moving back about 9 spots. You still stay in that 3rd round, and you getting pretty good value for those later picks as well.
I like this simply because it allows us to focus more on best available for the position we need the most with the number 9 pick.
Yeah.
So JPJ, if you think I think we need to send him a JPJ guy. If you want to trade back EQ in the 1st round, you can. But ultimately, I don't think it's gonna be a situation where you can't. So you get him there. You all know I'm a Brendan Rice dude.
Brendan Rice in the 3rd. He will still be there at 86.
Still be there. I mean, some people even have him projected as a 4th round or so. Yeah. He'll be there. So I still would love to have.
Well, in this mock, you take nice mock. Nice mock. In this mock, you take Roma Dunze 9. So you're getting Caleb Williams 1. You get Roma Dunze 9.
Pulled up.
You get Gabe Murphy.
I was able to pull up the actual like a mock draft from Tankathon. And that has Caleb 1, like you said, Rome. They want Rome at 9. So just there's an example of up to this. I got like 16 picks the first.
Yeah. And then you end up with Gabe Murphy in the 3rd round, which addresses your opposite defensive end position. Now, Gabe Murphy, to me, I will say this: he feels like an opposite guy. He feels like the guy that you're like, oh yeah, he's definitely the number 2 on this offensive. Or on this defensive line, right? It doesn't feel like he's going to come in and you're going to be like, yo, you got the answer. You got the number 1 guy that's going to eventually be the number 1 guy. Those guys are going to be the guys that you would take, your Dallas Turners, your Jared Verses, right? Those are the dudes at the top of the draft that you look at and you're like, there's an opportunity here for you to be the best defensive lineman, the best edge rusher on this team. This is a guy where you literally go out 3rd round and Gabe Murphy, and you're like, you know what he's going to do? He's going to create pressure from the opposite side.
He's going to do just
That's all I need him to do. But I think what's tough about that is, right, do you have that? I think realistically, if Javon Dexter can step up, if Zach Pickens can step up, and I know those are ifs, but those are second and third round picks. Those are high pick guys that you need to develop. If you see those guys develop, why couldn't we see DeMarcus Walker be solid off the edge like he was when Montez Sweat showed up here? Why couldn't we see if you re-sign Yannick Ngakoue, him play the style of play that we saw when he was when next to Montez Sweat, or opposite Montez Sweat, I should say. And so I think that there's, like, you do have to weigh with that third pick, because that's the one that gets interesting now at 86. I have to go defensive line there? And I love Montana Shy's comment here. How do y'all feel about the center from Georgia at 86? Cedric Van Pran.
I like him.
I'd have a serious eye on Van Pran.
Yeah.
I'd have a serious eye on Cedric Van Pran at that point.
Yeah.
But that's if you don't go center at 9.
They're not going to go center at 9. They would move back.
They trade
think they trade back.
They're trading down.
Yeah, you're going to get JPJ in the 15 to 20 range. I've just said this. I've said if they took him 9 because they believed in him that much, I'd be like, bet. He better be good, but bet. I'm happy. I got my center for the next 10 years. I feel like that's the answer.
Yeah, you said it before.
He comes in with a higher resume. The people would say already know that he's a better center than Van Pran. Like, I realistically,
no, he's a better center.
Yeah. It's like you see how you like. It's no question. Everyone's like he's better center.
Yeah,
it costs to be the boss. Like you go get him.
Yeah, but I think the thing is you could trade back still. Like there's some players where it's like, if I trade back, he's gonna be. If you trade back for Jared Verse, he may not be there. You could trade back to 14. Somebody might like Jared Verse at 11.
They could possibly take Fashanu. And then
you could
whoever the highest.
Fashanu's more of a right tackle, though.
No, they're saying he's a left tackle.
Fashanu's a left tackle.
He's an excellent left
played
tackle.
542
I'm sorry. I'm thinking
snaps.
of Fuaga. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you're talking about Olu.
Olu. He hasn't given up a sack. He was actually Caleb's teammate in high school. Like, there's a lot of there's familiarity he has. It's not a bad pick in terms of if you have to take a left tackle, but if you picked up a second round pick, okay, then you pivot. Right. Maybe there isn't a defensive end that we like that's high, but based off of maybe the nose tackle, a couple of defensive tackles, or how we address that defensive line, I'm happy with.
Yeah. And then even then too, to Joe's point, Olu played with Caleb, so even if you do go that route, there's going to be a sort of comfortability there with him. Because you know they
played with Caleb versus high school players. I mean, but level of comfortability. Olu was 6'3", 275 pounds in high school. Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Yeah,
I mean, now he's 6'6", 317, but he's going up against dudes that are 6'5", 260. You know what I mean? Like,
is there a wrong pick at 9?
No, we talked about that. Yeah, well, yeah, there you go.
Running back.
Yeah.
Besides running back.
No running back.
I haven't heard not
Joel,
one running back.
Joel, don't you say a word. Don't you say anything about
that. Sell you guys.
Don't sell you out what?
Might I? Blake
Corum. I will slap you silly. You get Blake Corum in the third round.
Blake Corum.
Outside of the non-existent running back, because I ain't heard not one running back going in this first round.
No, they're not valued like that anymore. Guy, I think 23 or
the one
he probably fall.
Trey,
yeah.
Trey Benson.
Yeah, Trey Benson is
first round.
Trey Benson.
There's like a late,
like he's nice,
late 20s or something like that.
So considering who we've all been talking about, because we all have our different opinion, we throw out a bunch of names.
Is there a pick that I'm mad at? No.
I think taking a receiver at 9, I wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't be mad at it because I know the receiver is going to be
top tier receiver.
And I think, and I know everybody says take Mel Kiper with a grain of salt, and I do agree with that. But he talks about the 3 receivers there. He's like, I give them all the same grade. It's just you got to rank them. Like the job is to rank the receivers. He's like, but when I look at Marvin Harrison, when I look at Malik Neighbors, and when I look at Rome Odunze, I see game-changing receivers.
Or hear me out, Brock Bowers.
I will fight.
I actually don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that either.
Brock Bowers is moving up. Brock Bowers at 9 would feel dirty though. It wouldn't feel wrong. It wouldn't feel wrong, but it feel a little dirty. I'd be sitting there. I'd be like,
hey, so the whole Super Bowl party is going like,
you know what I mean?
Why'd you choose that? Why'd you go that line?
You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a lot of noise
Being
around
fuck
Byron
flex.
Murphy too.
It feel like that. You know what I
Man,
mean?
if you ever do that to me on the show, I quit. Hey, listen, I never forgive you. I'd be like, I'm
You
done.
gonna quit? Funk gonna quit his own show because of Tyler?
Wait, say that slow. What you just said?
I said Funk gonna quit his
Okay,
own
I
show.
just thought that's what you did. Okay, I have to make sure.
I
gotta be
heard, but I
careful
knew
out
he
here.
said.
I heard what you said. I heard what I know what I heard her say.
What'd you? Oh well, maybe.
Can't
I didn't
repeat
say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. Grady said 3 tight ends. I wouldn't be pissed because I don't think Brock Bowers is like. The more I've watched Bowers, I'm like,
He ain't a tight end.
hey, that's not a tight end.
That's a
He's a Swiss
receiver,
Army
man.
knife.
That's a
Vernon
vertical.
Davis-y type of.
Yeah, he got a
receiver.
lot of
George
he got
Kittle.
a lot of receiver in his
Yeah,
blood.
he got a lot of
They,
tricks in
they,
his
they,
bag,
they
man.
know
don't
what
say
he-
Kittle. They're saying Kelsey in the sense of
Yeah.
more of a receiver.
Man, no, you know what the Kelsey thing is for me, and I've said this. I think I said this on the show on Friday. It's not that like he's a Travis Kelsey kind of receiver as far as like I think he's gonna be. What's Kelsey getting? 115 catches a year, or whatever it is, right? It's not because of that. I see Travis Kelsey because he's so big. And every time I watch him on the field, I'm like, why is this man got 5 yards of space in every direction?
Facts.
I'm like,
Facts, bro. It'd be
he
annoying.
the biggest dude on the field. Y'all don't see him.
You don't see 87 at all. He's just roaming, huh? Okay.
He knows spacing. Yeah. No,
But,
that's a fact.
And he's fat. He's fast. It's like he's a receiver.
Yeah.
He a receiver.
He's a receiver.
Well, he's
He's a
6'5", 250. So.
Yeah, he a big boy. And good yak. Good yak on that guy.
6'5", 250.
I like
Y'all
your
love good yak, man.
I love good.
You
Gotta
like
love good
like
yak.
a good yak.
Matter of fact, we should
Long as
have
it
a
ain't
segment
Hendo.
with that or have a bottle or something. So
Bro, I said last year when we got DJ Moore, I said we need a yak sponsor
yeah,
because of all the yak he was going to be
take
racking.
a shot for all the yak.
Half his yards are definitely all that.
Oh,
Yards
good
after
good chunk of them yards is big yak yards.
yeah, like
big yak guy.
48%. You know,
Not mad at it.
hey, Justin put that ball in the air, didn't he?
I think kind of talking about the
Oh,
C-Dub's not here. It's not gonna hit as hard.
I love it.
Oh,
I love it. I got one laugh. That's all I care about.
talking about I almost said talking about C-Dubs. Talking about the PFF's latest mock though. I think that this is a good way, like with all the talent that is there at 9.
Yeah.
This is a good way to add some more capital back in. This is a good way for you to be more aggressive in the draft. The 6th round pick really doesn't do much for me. I hope that you find somebody. Maybe you find a Travis Bell in there who was a nice pick. I think we got him 6th round last year, but we didn't even end up holding on to him throughout the year. And I thought he had a heck of a training camp.
Yeah.
But like adding the 123rd pick. So right now, hold on, let me do this.
You know what?
Who's hot projected around that?
What would it? Where's the scoring of the draft board? Where if you trade that 2nd round pick for the Panthers and package,
The Panthers will never trade with us again.
no, not with the Panthers. I'm saying the 2nd round pick from the Panthers for next year.
Oh yeah. You
The
talking
2025
about
next
it.
year's
You
second
talking
round
about
pick,
Package
trading it.
that with our number 9th pick. Does that give you some flexibility to maybe move? Probably not. Maybe
move up
I think so.
from 9 to 6, right? That's
I
what
think
everybody's
so.
talking about.
So go get a Joe
if
Alt.
we want to get Joe Alt.
Yeah, I think so.
Like if we did that, fine
9
with
to
that.
6.
I
There's,
think
I'll give up all the future picks.
I think real. I ain't
Not
giving
all.
the ball up.
Sorry.
Calm down.
I'll give up a couple of future.
No,
picks.
I think that realistically speaking, if you were talking about right, and this deal could still be on the table if you want to move up. That Panthers pick isn't anything. Any deal that the Bears are talking about to move back into a round, like if they want to move in a 2nd, if they want to move back, the Panthers pick isn't everything. Because everybody's looking at the Panthers and like, hey, y'all gonna suck for a long time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a receiver, an offensive lineman, a running back,
You ain't got
a
nothing.
coach, like,
You ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
fans.
You might lose your owner because he out there assaulting people.
the owner.
Jesus, he throwing drinks
Owner
and
out
stuff
there
at
assaulting
people.
people
Like
is wild.
I ain't never seen a
Y'all ain't
billionaire
got
get mad like that.
popcorn.
So
Man.
okay,
I'll be honest
and,
with you,
and-
Joe.
and what this would do, just so people understand, what this would do on top of that, if the Bears were to pull this trade off where you get 123, the Bears currently have 122 because of Philly. And I believe that is the Robert Quinn pick. I believe.
So 2 back-to-back.
So you've got back-to-back picks in the 4th round. You're talking about having 86, 122, 123. You're able to do a lot of damage in those middle rounds. And listen, as long as Ryan Poles don't pick a wide receiver, I feel pretty confident in those rounds. Yeah, no, right. Them second and third round wide receivers got to go.
I don't think you need to
hit on
ever
those.
touch. Hey, listen, who's ever making these selections after round 3, just don't need to be Ryan.
Well, I
Poles.
think it will be somebody that's on the current offensive staff, or on the past offensive staff, and he fired all of them. So hopefully, we got some new eyes on guys.
What were you about to say, Jordan?
No. I'm going back to that trade value chart. Didn't you say something about the Bears? If we were still at 9, say Atlanta. Well, if we go to 8, but if we were at 9, we wanted to go up to 6.
Yeah.
There's only a 250 point gap in that. And in the second round, there's way more points to be had. But of course, in a trade, usually the team that trades wants a little bit more. So I think
So you gotta go
packaging
two-
that 9th pick with the second rounder, that one of those second rounders only
Yeah.
would get us up there.
What
to
makes
where
it
New
tough
York
is
Giants-
It's New York.
that's what makes it tough. I don't think the Giants would
I'm
trade
not necessarily saying
because
either
Giants
way,
are 6. I think
Yeah,
you would
yeah,
have
yeah.
to go 5 to the Chargers, who I do think would trade.
I do
Because
think they would
if
trade.
you were to do that and take Joe Alt, that means they still get one of the
The
receivers.
thing
Yeah.
about that though is that Minnesota has been like linked to them bad.
I think they're
Be-
going to
because I was gonna say I think Minnesota and the Chargers would probably trade because Minnesota has been linked,
Minnesota Cardinals. I'd
linked
say.
to JJ McCarthy for a minute.
So okay,
the
and-
McCarthy love is the funniest thing in the world to me. Bro.
hey, that's great. We need all those quarterbacks.
I'm with it, but
I want all of them to go in the
telling
first
y'all.
round.
I keep telling y'all.
It's great news.
I don't. It's not that I don't see it, but you talking about going from 11 to 5?
You're probably going to
I'm
package.
gonna
both
be
the
honest with
11
you.
and
I don't see
23.
them doing that.
You
And then-
probably give up the 11.
There's no way you give up 2 first-round picks to go
It's
get
been done
JJ
before.
McCarthy.
Like
Yeah,
Sam
want
Darnold is
yes,
not.
We want JJ
I would
McCarthy.
say this.
Hey, listen,
Yes.
this
I'm-
makes I'm
this
here
makes
for
the-
it. I'm
yes.
just trying to talk logically. Joe here for what it
I
does
don't
for the
care
Bears.
about them.
and
as
I'm
long
with
as it
that.
makes us
This
better.
makes the Dallas talk a lot more plausible to me because Dallas has no picks in the top 10.
Did Dallas talk about what?
Potentially trading Dak.
Trading down. What
Dak.
Trading
No,
Dak.
trading Dak.
No,
No, but okay.
I don't see it.
But listen, Dak will go into a situation where he has 2 primary targets and a rebuilding team that will. So he wouldn't immediately suck, and they'd be able to pay him. They'd
So
be
look.
able to pay him.
So look.
But you still got to pay Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to pay him.
So look,
I mean, they pay him.
tomorrow or sometime this week before the draft, we need to rethink this. So if let's say we do another mock draft,
We need to do another mock.
Nice.
We need-
That's what I'm
Nice,
saying. Let's do a war room
nice.
too.
But no, the point is if you
I don't like the
take
way
that
y'all-
first pick, the idea is to trade up to get alt.
Yeah.
And then based off this trade here, where you're talking about the 75th to get these other picks. So you get alt, you got Williams, alt, and then basically you don't pick into the 3rd round, but now you got 2 4th rounders. So that would be interesting. That's the Cooper BB. That's Mohamed Kamara.
Yeah, you got options.
And that might be a defensive end like you're talking about.
Yeah, you got options. I think that there's we'll probably do one final
We have
mock.
to do it on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll get one last mock
Yeah,
in,
we
whip
could.
another mock out.
Big mock.
Do another box.
Yeah,
Big mock.
whip another mock out.
Let's do it.
Put it on the table, baby.
Whoa.
Big mock. Peanut butter inside.
Sometimes you got to put.
Wow.
Sometimes you just got to put the mock on the table.
Sometimes you got to put the mock on the table, man.
That
There was some
JPJ,
good
huh?
names on that mock.
Sean,
We had to
what you
put it on
working
the
with,
table.
son? That's all you gotta do.
I mean, I think there was a Powers Johnson on the table on that mock.
Hey,
They got whipped out of Powers Johnson on the last mock. I think so. Whip it, baby. There's so many jokes. That's it. Mock is just such a good word. Such a good word because it's not wild, but it's kind of wild.
We never get into the big leagues.
No, I don't know. I think they like mocks in the big leagues.
Oh,
Yeah. No Diddy.
big one. Big ones.
King Booker World just put dots. He's just like, what's happening right now? Oh, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. If you have not done so, make sure that you look at our ultimate mock that we still have pinned on the YouTube homepage. That was, 2 hours of us basically debating about the first round?
Yeah, you want to trade? You talking about
Absolutely.
trading? No, you talking about drafting somebody?
I was talking
No, you
about-
trading up.
I was talking about trading up for Marvin Harrison because Marvin started to drop.
wouldn't mind that.
I would not do that.
Wouldn't mind that at
Not
all.
do that.
Hey, listen, a lot of good talent out there. But yeah, tune in with our ultimate mock draft. We also want to see you guys tune in with us over at the Breeze 30 K celebration, link in the description below. We crossed 30,000 subscribers. We're going to be celebrating on May 11th. Pull up on us, tune in with us. The Eventbrite information is in the description below.